Hello, and welcome to my guide on what not to do when visiting London. As a seasoned travel expert, I've seen it all from tourists making rookie mistakes to visitors unknowingly offending the locals. In this video, I'll share my top tips to help you avoid common pitfalls and have an amazing time in the UK's vibrant capital. Don't stand on the left on the escalators. One of the biggest pet peeves for Londoners is when tourists stand on the left side of the escalators, blocking the flow of traffic. In London, the unwritten rule is to stand on the right and walk on the left. This allows commuters to quickly get where they need to go. Make sure to follow this etiquette, or you may find yourself on the receiving end of some very stern looks. Avoid eating at chain restaurants. While it may be tempting to stick to familiar chain restaurants, you'll be missing out on the incredible culinary scene that London has to offer. Instead, seek out local, independent eateries that serve up authentic British fare or global cuisines. From cozy pubs to Michelin-starred restaurants, there are endless opportunities to indulge in delicious, high-quality meals. Ask locals for recommendations to find the hidden gems. Don't take photos on the tube. The London Underground, or the Tube, as it's known locally, is an essential part of getting around the city. However, it's considered rude and disruptive to take photos or videos while riding the tube. Londoners value their personal space and privacy, so it's best to keep your camera or smartphone tucked away during your journey. Steer clear of Oxford Street. Oxford Street is one of London's most famous shopping destinations, but it's also one of the most crowded and chaotic. Avoid this area, especially during peak times, as it can be overwhelming and frustrating to navigate. Instead, explore the charming side streets and neighborhoods, where you'll find unique boutiques, cozy cafes, and a more relaxed atmosphere. Don't forget to tap in and out. When using the tube or other public transportation in London, make sure to tap in when you enter the station and tap out when you exit. This ensures you're charged the correct fare and helps to keep the system running smoothly. Forgetting to tap in or out can result in hefty fines, so be sure to follow this important step. Don't jaywalk. London streets can be chaotic, with double-decker buses and black cabs whizzing by. It's important to only cross the street at designated crosswalks and wait for the signal to turn green. Jaywalking is not only dangerous, but it can also result in hefty fines from the police. Avoid tipping excessively. In the UK, tipping is not as expected or as high as in some other countries. A 10–15% tip is generally sufficient for good service at a restaurant. Over-tipping can be seen as unnecessary or even rude. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Londoners value their personal space and tend to be more reserved than some other cultures. Avoid being loud, boisterous, or drawing unnecessary attention to yourself in public. Keep your voice down and be mindful of your surroundings. Steer clear of tourist traps. London is full of iconic landmarks and attractions, but many of the most popular ones are also major tourist traps. Avoid places like Leicester Square, Madame Tussauds, and the Coca-Cola London Eye, as they are often overpriced and overcrowded. Instead, seek out lesser-known gems. Don't ignore local customs. From queuing patiently at bus stops to not walking on the grass in royal parks, there are many local customs and etiquette rules in London that are important to observe. Do your research and be respectful of the city's traditions. There you have it, my top tips to help you avoid common mistakes and have an unforgettable time in London. Remember to be mindful of local customs, seek out authentic experiences, and always tap in and out on public transportation. With these tips in mind, you're sure to have a fantastic visit to this vibrant and dynamic city. Happy travels!